So I heard the Timberline champ rode in the Kalaheo challenge.
You know dat. Keish came with me cause I needed one driver. Dat guy is one character. I swear the bugger gotta take a piss every 5 minutes. As soon as we got off the plane he went straight to the toilet.
K-Rack. Sounds like the bugger get one women's bladder. So what you guys did when you got to Honolulu?
We had go pick up my bike then went straight to Cycle City. My KXF 450 is coming from there so I wanted to see if they had shipped 'em out yet. Keish wanted to be one poser and buy one Kawasaki t-shirt. I told him I was going buy one. After I told him that he'd like get one. He kind of weird. I was wearing one green TLD shirt and he said he had one shirt that was the same color. He had asked me when I was going wear 'em cause he'd like us look alike. He just like one girl or he homophobic.
I pow. My sister works there. She the cashier.
I thought that chick had looked like you. After that I had to assemble my bike. Was dark already so I had to find one lit area in the pagoda parking structure. I made Keish put the brake rotors on the wheels and pump up the tires. By the time he was pow I had the whole bike together. I had leave the front tire off, flipped the bike upside down and loaded 'em into the van. I had strap 'em to the floor and lock 'em up. Then I had cover 'em with one sheet. If anybody knew had one session 88 in the van the bugger would get stolen first thing.
You know dat. So where you guys had eat that night?
We went Zippy's. Keish no like go Cheesecake Factory. N'va have any blonde bitches. Only had local Asian crap.
So you went sleep early?
You know dat. I turned the lights on in the morning so Keish would get up. I am a prick like that. Speaking of which, I was texting Jason all weekend and he n'va reply. I told Keish fo try text him because I know he would reply to him. I might have to delete Jason from FB like I did to some 100 plus people that I never correspond with. LOL. My page loads a lot faster now.
So what is the race day breakfast of the Timberline champ?
We went to Lik and I had ordered bacon and eggs with a side order of bacon, whole wheat toast, and orange juice. That's how I roll bitches.
That sounds good. So did you guys find K-Town okay?
You know dat. My Google Maps directions kicked ass. When we got there we saw Roncy getting ready. I introduced him to Keish and asked where Creep was. He said he got injured. Keish was disappointed cause he wanted to see Creep smoke me on the race course. Keish gotta realize that Creep isn't the only Asian that can fly on an MTB. This Kalaheo is not like my hometown. No more diesel trucks and horse trailers all over the place. Roncy said get choke blind bitches in this Kalaheo. Just as he said that one had jogged past us in tight shorts. Right then I was debating whether I should go jogging instead of ride.
K-Rack. You is one pervert. So did you get some practice runs in?
You know dat. The first thing I did was hit the booters. I had to get that out of the way cause I'd like hit 'em for the first time during the whip competition and look like one goon if I couldn't jump 'em.
I thought you had hit 'em last year.
Yeah I had but it was on my scratch with crappy tires that were all good. This year I had my prototype aluminum framed Aaron Gwyn replica Session 88 spugged from the factory with Maxie's minions. I had huck all tree perfectly cold turkey like nobody's business. Only on a track I tell you. That and my mad motocross inspired riding skills.
Yeah you got mad skills on a bike. So how was practice?
I pushed up with Roncy and he was showing me all the fast lines. The drop-in from the start was balls out wide open throttle. I followed Ron and he was pedaling where I was braking. The bugger had leave me in the dust by the first turn. That would do nothing for my confidence. But towards the bottom I saw him on the side of the trail. He must have been pinning too hard and had crash. I talked to Eric before my second practice run and he said it was faster to go around the step up at the top. Although I like who am I to argue with a local pro? I took his advice and that line was faster and set me up for the right-hander better. Thanks Eric.
So how was your race run?
I was second down the mountain. I stayed off the brakes and pedaled off the start. I hit the first table perfect and was carrying good speed. I had blow up the berm in the first 180-degree hairpin like as how. I was riding on the edge in the top sections. I hit the rut in the off-camber left perfect. I sprinted the rest of the course as much as I could. Although I was 4 seconds off the leader's pace, I was happy with my run considering I only had 2 practice runs prior. I had small kind whip 'em off the finish line jump to give the chicks a preview of what was to come in the whip comp.
I heard Ron C was on a mission on his race run but had get distracted by Eric with his GoPro and had crash.
Yeah, that one scares me a little because I could see if was one hot blonde bitch that had distract him but was one guy. I hope he not Mahoo. LOL.
LOL. I heard Chad had crashed too.
Yup, the 2 heavy hitters had crashed but Ron still had beat my time by a hair even with the crash. Derek won. That guy is one killer because he always tell he was drunk off his ass the night before and he shouldn't be racing, then he kills it and wins. I think he playing mind games like that. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Tim Wolf for his help with the timing. Actually, he told me he wanted to be mentioned in the vid. LOL.
So how was the whip competition?
That was my best chance for a podium. I had extra motivation cause Jeff came through again and brought 2 trophy girls. Jeff is awesome. He takes great pics and brings the girls. Although they wasn't bland happenings is good enough. Main thing they get some Caucasian in them, it's all good. Chad said they wasn't fresh off the boat enough for him. Him and Keish get the same taste in women. This is American, not the Orient Express. What is more American than a hot blonde bitch?
So you had whip 'em good?
You know that. I was whipping 'em left and right like nobody's business but was edged out by Eric's tweet out moto whips and Sesam's faircloth like knack-knacks. I still podiumed so I could be up there with the chicks. Keish tell they just being nice to me since I come all the way from Kauai. Ron C was tweaking out his whips too. He did crab apple hit style and knocked the beer bottle out of Kendall's hand with his rear tire. Jason and Wright was on the megaphone making us look good although he was calling me by the wrong last name.
Sounds like fun. What you guys did that night?
We went zippies again then femnu. I was looking at the naked blonde bitches but Keish was feeding dollars to the Asian crap that can hardly speak English. I was sitting down and waiting for the chicks to recognize me cause I am the Timberline champ. I guess I not as popular as I thought. On Monday we went to all the bike and motorcycle shops. Keish bought goggles. That guy buy more goggles than bike parts. He tell that South Seas Honda is the only place that carry over the glasses goggles. When he drive he pull more Austin Powers like parking moves than anybody I ever saw. He was also getting irritated cause the radio stations was only playing my kind of music. Lucky he didn't bring his K-pop crap. We visited Aaron and Jason at Bike Works. Intense present. If I wasn't already riding the best bike ever made I might be on an intense.
Sounds like you guys had a good time. Any more shout outs?
You know that. I'd like to thank Jason, Alana, Brett, Tim, Mike, Vish, the entire K-Town crew and anybody else I missed for a great ride. Looking forward to next year.
Well said, champ.